All right, boys and girls. Another week here, Sticks and Balls podcast. Coming in, this is T. Hicks. Always wearing my famous Jofa.
The Jofa.
The Jof. I'm here with, as always, Bobby Drexler and Greg Mofizi.
Hey, how are ya?
Hey, how are ya?
And we're going to have a great show. We're going to do a little, a little playoff recap. Draft lottery was just released, doing that.
Let's go, Devs!
And then our hometown picks of the Devils and Sabres, and new edition of What Are We Drinking?
What are we drinking?
Still waiting on that sound, Scotty.
And Kendrick.
Or Kendrick.
Or Kendrick.
Whatever one.
Both of you.
But as Bob opens his beer here.
Let's begin.
Sprays it on the iMac.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. But, all right. Playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
Only about 3 games in right now. But
Almost 2 sweeps. Not
No.
anymore. Not anymore.
well, Ottawa still has a chance.
Not 2, though.
Yeah.
When we were talking about this last week, there was a potential almost 3. But both Edmonton and Anaheim, 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Big win from Anaheim. They almost blew it.
Couple big game threes.
Almost did, yeah.
Washington.
Yep.
Anaheim.
Washington almost blew it, too.
Washington almost blew it also. I
was...
did not watch that game last night. I have to.
I was like...
Caught the highlights.
This is Washington's game. And then Pittsburgh scored late. I think it was like 48 seconds to 2 goals. And then I'm like, oh my God, they're going to score in overtime. But we'll get to that in a little bit. See what else? Nashville, St. Louis, 2-1.
Is it 2-1 or 3-1?
2-1.
2-1.
They
Okay.
play tonight.
Let's go, Preds.
Yeah,
Let's go,
9:30.
Preds.
9:30 game time.
I'm
So
excited for that. That's in Nashville, right? Or is it in St. Louis?
yeah, Nashville. Yeah, game 4.
Underdog.
Wonder who they'll bring out for the national anthem tonight.
Can't be Carey round 2. It's got to be...
I mean...
Well, they've had Carey. They've had Luke Bryan. They had Little Big Town. So they're going to have another big country superstar to get the crowd going.
I mean, I'm sure they can find somebody in Nashville.
I don't think it'll be a problem.
Probably.
I can't name a single person I think it would be, though.
Blake Shelton.
There you go. Florida-Georgia line. It's the extent of my country knowledge.
All right. What series you want to start off with?
The pesky Sens.
Okay.
Come on, Sens!
The pesky Sens
Come
are
on,
at
Sens!
it again.
You missed that on this past weekend, Tyler.
Oh,
man.
For those of you listening at home, Greg and I played in the mother of all tournaments.
Mothers. Oh, yeah, tournament.
Tournament of Beers, coming at you from Lakeshore Hockey Arena here in Greece. Had a few guys from downstate, not from the Rochester area, who are diehard Rangers fans. Annoying. Losers.
I'm kind of a Rangers fan, but okay.
You are?
I'm low key. Like I'll root for
Tyler.
them.
Rangers fan, wearing a Red Wings jersey, really questioning the faith today.
Either way,
I'm a hockey fan above everything else.
we were trying to get underneath the Rangers
And Captain
fans'
Cali,
skins.
thank you very much.
That was like 8 years ago. Give or take a few. Go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. We were trying to get underneath their skin because we all know that Rangers fans are the absolute worst. And
Tyler included, apparently.
One of our teammates had a few drinks, was feeling the banter, and just kept going. Come on, Sens!
Rangers,
Come on!
baby!
Come on, Sens! And
It's typical. Sounds like typical TOB shenanigans.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait for this
love it.
weekend. I can't wait for this weekend. Either way,
Nice box turning this weekend.
we all know.
I'm excited.
Had to get that in there.
Oh well, yeah, beat me to it. Either way, can we just talk about what is it, Jean-Gabriel Pageau? Wow.
Nailed
Game
it.
of his career.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
he's
like
titled a checker.
Yes, he's a third line.
Is he?
I would say.
Did you see
He's not
the
very-
coach's post game quotes for this game?
I saw the Ottawa coach saying, everybody wants to play with this kid. I ask him who they want to play with. Everyone says Pageau.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's. I mean, yeah, he's more of a checker, but he's still skilled. obviously it came.
I'm gonna pull.
It showed up really.
Do you remember our fantasy
game.
draft? I remember seeing when we were doing our hockey fantasy draft at the beginning of the season. I kept seeing Jean-Gabriel Pageau's name at the top, and I was like, "Who the hell is this? And why is he all the way up there?"
He's still a young guy. I think he's 24.
I was gonna say 23, something like that.
Yeah. He's fast. He's skilled.
And he snipes. Clearly, that OT winner against Lundy. Oh,
Lundqvist did not look good in that game at all.
Oh,
and Lundqvist isn't has really
played ridiculous.
Yeah, the first round he was, but he's just kind of like normal now.
Oh yes, in the auto series, he's come back to life exactly how we previewed it on SNB.
Well, you guys did. I had faith in him the whole time. But I mean that first game, Carlson winner from behind the goal line, even if it got tipped.
Is that the one? Yeah, yep.
It did
get tipped, yeah.
Yeah, but still got to have
that wasn't his off the bucket one, right? Off Henrik's bucket and in? No, different one.
I think that was game 3.
Okay.
I think that was that one.
I remember seeing that shot.
I don't remember game 2 really, but I know obviously the second.
Oh no, they've only played 2 games.
Oh
yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, that was game 2 with Pageau. They won 6-5 in OT. Ottawa.
So the quote that I was saying is Alain Vigneault was talking about this, saying maybe I'm going to put a checker on their checker because he's supposed to be their checker and he got 4 goals. And then Guy Boucher says that's a good one. I guess we're going to play a checking game now. He's going to check my checkers. I'm going to check his checkers. I guess it won't be a chess match. It will be a checkers match. I like that. I saw that on Twitter.
That's really good coming off the top of your head right there.
Yeah.
It's good stuff right there. I like it.
So what do we think going into game 3 tonight? What do we think?
Rangers got to win. They're at home. Or no. Yeah, they're home. They have to win.
This is a must-win game, obviously. I know it's not a game 4, but it is a must-win game.
Yeah, for sure. You go down on the series 3-0.
But yeah.
I would like to know the statistic for if you win the first 3 games.
Like, the probability of blowing it. I mean, it's only happened a few times in history, right?
I think 5 or 6 times.
Yeah,
that's somebody's come back from a 3, maybe 7.
3, because 3's down 3-0.
Yeah, that's hard. I mean, recently it was, or no, somebody did a couple years ago, but Flyers did it in 2010.
Didn't Boston?
Boston did it. Boston did it against the Flyers.
Or was that? No, Boston was down 3-2 in that, weren't they?
No, they were down 3-0, I thought. Either way, the Red Sox did it in 2004 against the Yankees.
Yeah, that's true. Them too.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What else do we got?
Carlson.
Oh, also...
He left the game for a bit, though.
Yeah, and he came back.
Yeah, he came back.
Yeah, he finished it. Okay.
Guy Boucher isn't forcing him to practice. He was saying that he's the only player I've ever coached that I've ever had to say that about. I mean, obviously, that's pretty, duh. Yeah. But...
Well, it's not... you see that a lot in, football or something when they'll hold out veterans for Wednesday and Thursday practice and stuff. But hockey, you don't really see that very often.
No.
That's how you know it's probably an issue with Carlson. It's probably pretty bad.
I mean, it's not like he needs the practice or the conditioning, because I mean, he's just an animal out there. So,
the conditioning was the first round of the playoffs, playing 41 minutes in the freaking game. He got his conditioning in. Yeah, he's
probably
good.
Did that with ease.
He's set.
So what's the next series that we want to get into?
Well, wait, real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Who you think's winning
Ottawa.
Tonight?
Rangers do not have a good...
You think Sens are going up 3-0?
Rangers are not a good home team.
God, I hope so. I hope you're right.
Me too.
And because of that, I'm going to take Ottawa.
Come on, Sens!
Pesky Sens!
Well, I guess I'm going to be the bad guy here, and I'm going to go with my Rangers.
Tyler's goes. Because you picked the Rangers to win the series, right?
I picked them to go all the way to the Cup final, and I'm sticking to that.
Whew, that's looking rocky.
Well,
my God.
See what happens.
Yeah. It's just, you look at that last game, and Rangers blew... 2 leads in the game, it's like...
Third.
Man.
Their confidence has to be...
They're rattled. They're rattled. Oh. So, I got Sens. Go Sens. Just because I want to root for them.
Right.
Come on, Sens.
God, I'd pay them $50 to sweep the Rangers. Maybe 40.
What do you think? They're not going to do it on their own?
Well,
they need that extra
they need
$50.
Yeah, they need a little incentive.
Yeah.
That's all I'm willing to give, though. It's really not that worth it.
All right, I think we should move on after that.
Okay.
Because you're bribing millionaires with pocket change. All right. Penguins, Capitals. Not what I've expected so far. Caps have looked weak.
I mean, even with the additions and the continuity from last season into this year with Washington, I still thought Pittsburgh was a better team.
Roster-wise, on paper, I think Washington's the better team.
Yeah.
Personally.
But
Pittsburgh is offensively deeper.
Yes.
Really?
Well, in terms of high end, I don't think deeper. I think high end talent. High end talent.
But even still, like the low end talent on Pittsburgh is better than the low end talent on Washington.
Yeah, because a guy like Crosby makes a guy like Connor Sheary.
Even still, though, like Nick Bonino is on the third line on Pittsburgh. They got Jay Beagle on the third line in Washington. I'll take Nick Bonino over Jay.
Ehlers is
Lars Eller.
Yeah, he's the third line center.
Okay, I'll still take Nick Bonino over Lars Eller then all day.
Yeah, I would too.
Agreed. Don't sleep on Beagle though. Quick shorty in there. I think he had like 5 shorties this year.
And let me tell you,
short-handed specialist.
2 of them are against New Jersey. I know that because I've watched them. Like I know Jay Beagle very well. He had Corey's number this year.
But this series has taken a completely different path with this whole Crosby thing.
And
Crosby's ruled out for game.
Connor Sheary's out.
Crosby's ruled out for game 4. Sheary's got a conky. I haven't seen that he's officially ruled out. I know Crosby.
As soon as
he has a concussion, he should be.
He's already out.
Sheary's in.
He should be.
I think it's automatic 1 week.
Really?
I think so.
I think so too.
Because I thought they were talking about Crosby being back for game 5 potentially. Maybe I got that wrong though.
I don't know the official rules. I mean, yeah, obviously you have to go through all the tests and get cleared now.
But
because as soon as you say concussion.
So think about that though. You got Crosby. You're missing Crosby and Sheary. If Washington comes back and wins this game 4 on the road, whole new series, fresh series, going back to Washington too.
Yeah, no, you're right. At the same time, hypothetically, if Washington advances, because Sid's out with a conky,
it's gonna be like an asterisk.
Asterisk? Do you think?
Yes, I do. Well, you know what?
No.
Revisionist.
There's always injuries, and even if it's the best player in the world, I mean, like we just said, they're offensively deep. Even though everything runs through Crosby, there's other players that can pick up the slack.
If this was, obviously they're both Eastern Conference teams, but if this was, say this was a Stanley Cup final and a star player went out, you'd remember that. But this is the second round. When you're looking back in a few years, you're not going to remember what happened in the semi,
Well, I think with
in
these
the
teams, you
semis
kind of do.
God, all the Washington-Pittsburgh matches are starting to blend together, and I just see Pittsburgh housing them every time. So I don't know, but
then maybe this is a year that makes it stand out if Washington wins.
But you know what? Part of it's health. What do they say? Availability is the best ability.
Yeah.
Either way, the next.
They gotta have depth. When
are the Pens gonna go Barry Backstrom?
I don't know.
I saw Bucci tweeting.
Well, let's talk about this. Okay.
It happened too fast to actually be a
suspension. The actual hit, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Go.
Either way, though, you can't lead with your stick like that.
No, I think it was more a reaction. You see a guy coming at you, you kind of.
I never go like this. I never go like that.
2 hands on your stick in front of the net.
He's not that high, and Crosby's falling.
Crosby was falling. That's the key.
So
there's a follow through there.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Little.
I mean,
Follow through.
We've all played the game. That's happening way too fast to be planned, or to actually think about it. Like we've talked about when we were doing the Rangers Sens preview with Carlson and his ankle fractures. Game happens too fast to say going for that left ankle.
That's a good point.
That's it happens too fast. I mean,
and Niskanen doesn't have like a track record of being a dirtbag.
And he played with Crosby.
And he played with Crosby. Like that's one thing that I thought would have been on Niskanen's side. Oh, he didn't get suspended though, did he?
No.
He didn't. So maybe it was on Niskanen's
I didn't
side,
see the play live. What were people talking about with Ovechkin? What role did he play a role in that?
He slashed him a little bit.
Yeah, payback from a thought. Big whoop. I didn't see the open play, so I have no idea. But
he kind of like it wasn't.
That's a tough one. I mean,
I want to pull something up.
It just didn't look malicious to me at all.
Well, I'm not pulling that up. I'm pulling up something else that I was commenting on Facebook.
Like, you sent us that Ty Domi tweet.
Yeah.
And Ty Domi, what did he say? He was, whoever calls this a hockey play, this is embarrassing to the game. But he's taking a still shot. Like, it's a still shot of the play. You can't look at a still shot. You can't look at it in slow-mo.
Gloves Off Hockey on Facebook. Real accredited Facebook page. Okay. Posted the video saying, last night's scene was very somber and unfortunate for Penguins fan. A vicious cross-check sent Crosby to the locker room early and brought about flash flood warnings due to large amounts of tears shed throughout Pittsburgh. There's just one thing. I loved it. Was it cheap? Probably. Do I care? Definitely not. As the saying goes, what goes around comes around.
What goes around's all around.
This is my brand of hockey for 2 reasons.
There it is.
Number 1. If you're going to do a flashy toe drag in the crease and lose your balance, well, then you're going to wear a pretty gnarly cross-check. Number 2, if you constantly get away with more than any player in the league, you should have to answer the bell. If you don't, well, then you're going to wear a pretty gnarly cross-check. So here's my thing.
I mean, I answer the bell. But...
The people that get on about Crosby gets what's coming to him because he's a cheap shot don't actually watch Crosby enough. Because he, by far, takes the most bullshit crap than any other player in the league when it comes to getting stuck, cross-checked from behind in front of the net, slew-footed by dumb defensemen in front of the net.
By far?
Hands down. Not even close.
What?
The most unnecessary contact within a hockey game, he takes the brunt of it. Him and Connor McDavid.
Yeah, I mean, that comes with the territory of being the best player in the league.
Exactly.
People are trying to agitate you, get you off your game.
So when Crosby slashes Mark Mathot and lacerates his finger pretty bad, it's limelighted because of how good he is.
Yeah, because it's Crosby doing it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If that was freaking Paul Gaustad somewhere doing that.
So like the very minimal times Crosby does anything that would be considered cheap, it's exponentially blown out of proportion compared to like if freaking Chris Neal did it.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't think so. That play to me is irrelevant to answering the bell to any of that.
I just wanted to say that because I thought that post was BS and I thought it was stupid.
Yeah, but it shows the video and I mean Crosby's already going down.
Yeah.
Niskanen's hands aren't at like an aggressive level or anything like that.
What are you gonna do?
Right. What else was Niskanen gonna do?
Yeah.
Not to mention it's Crosby, so maybe you just follow through a little bit.
Next series.
Well, yeah, move on for that.
Recap? What?
Washington's tying it up.
You think so?
Yep.
Pittsburgh's still at home.
Washington's tying it up.
I think
they're winning 2 on the road.
You think they got the monkey off their back?
Yeah. They
did not
hurt. Blow that game 3.
Maybe that goal finally woke up Kevin Shattenkirk.
Oh, got a stat for you on that too.
Yeah.
That just reminded me. Prior to last night, was that last night?
Yeah.
That was last night. How am I doing? Kevin Shattenkirk had never scored a power play goal, game winner, or an OT goal in his 55 career playoff games. And he did all of those in one shot.
That's pretty sweet.
Fun fact. Fun fact,
off
folks.
the back there.
Fun fact, folks. Go Caps.
I have them winning.
Me too. That's why I'm rooting for them. So I can come back onto this podcast and say exactly that. Yep.
All right.
Out west?
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Hey, guys.
Tyler got a Pierre LeBrun tweet notification. That's what he's reading.
Ted Lindsay Award finalists, McDavid, Burns, and Crosby.
What's Ted Lindsay Award?
Yeah, refresh me.
MVP voted by the players.
Ooh.
How is Erik Karlsson not an MVP candidate by the players or by the media? Yeah. List me 4 other players more important to their team now.
It was like in 2010 when Miller didn't get selected, even though he won the Vezina. He was the reason the Sabres won the playoffs. He was the Olympic MVP.
Well, he won the Vezina because of the Olympics. We all know that.
Wow.
Hot take.
Wow, that is a hot take.
Best numbers in the league, though, but whatever.
The Olympics was like the nail in the coffin for the award.
Yeah, he had an outstanding year. But it wasn't just the Olympics, though.
But like I said, the MVP is the most valuable player to their team.
Yep.
Erik Karlsson, hands down, to me, is the most important player on his team.
Especially with Burns falling off.
I mean,
it doesn't even matter. Like, there's still a pretty good team without him.
Well, yeah, that's why we always got in arguments.
That's where I disagree.
We always got in arguments because San Jose is still a good team without Burns, whereas Ottawa without Karlsson. Where's Edmonton without McDavid?
The numbers are, when you look at it on and off the ice with or without Karlsson.
I'm going to cut this conversation after your point short because
it can go on.
We'll have an awards.
Yes.
We'll have an awards
that's
episode.
Exactly it.
Hashtag off-season content.
Well, yeah. End of season content.
I just love Burns.
Yeah. All right. So Nashville up 2-1.
I think they win. I think they win the next game.
I think so.
They're rolling, baby, just like Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst.
There's.
Wow.
Hey,
Blast from the past, baby.
No, I'm hit.
Blast from the past.
I'm hit, dog.
Keep rolling. What?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know y'all been loving this shit right here. LIMP Biscuit right here. People in the house, put your hands
He's gonna
in
close out the
air,
pod
'cause
like
if you
this.
don't care.
This is gonna be the rest of the podcast.
Wow.
Dude, I used to know every single word of that song.
I couldn't name more than 4 words from that song.
Well, it was on the cover of NHL
that's
Hits.
not true. 2.
2002.
Keep rolling.
What?
Nailed it.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, Nashville. They're rolling. All their lines are going. Their defense are going.
Goalie's going.
Still the best decor in the league.
I saw a
I
stat.
say it every pod.
Paraphrasing, so some parts might be wrong, but I know for the last game this is definitely true. There was a defenseman had a point on all their goals last game, and I wanted to say the stat said they have a point on all of the goals scored in the series so far.
Really?
But I definitely know that's true for game
3.
They won. 3-1. Yeah.
3-1.
St. Louis's forwards can't match that kind of they just can't match up against that defensive. Like those defensive guys are just such puck moving defensemen.
But
the only one that can really
Subban's on your second pair. Like, what do you do?
they're all. It's like, what else do you want in defensemen? You got
Perfect.
They're great defensively.
Yep.
They all can move the puck.
They're all puck moving defensemen.
And,
a monster.
and they all have blasts.
Yeah, and they're all good values too.
Yeah.
Contract wise, like cap hit wise.
Well, Subban's at
Subban's
9.5.
Subban, yeah,
But still.
But you're looking at Ellis and
Ellis
Ekholm.
is like 2.3.
2,
Ekholm's like 2
That's
something
gravy.
for multiple years.
I had a stat here too for their D-men. Their top 4 D-men. They've combined for 21 points in the playoffs, 7 goals, 14 apples in 7 games. Most goals by D-men of any team, obviously. But
I mean,
21 points in 7 games.
Where's Ryan Ellis on the defensive? Is he on the third
Yossi.
pair?
no, he's with
Yossi?
Yossi.
Yeah,
Is he a
it's
right?
Ekholm.
He's a right shooter.
Yossi's a righty. So
I didn't know if it was like
actually,
Yossi.
No, Yossi's a lefty.
I didn't know if it was Yossi, Subban, Ellis,
picturing that
and they're
Yossi's
just like
one
spreading
team.
the wealth. I just know he's a
Yossi,
I'll
ginger.
check that. NHL Daily Face-Off. Little plug.
What are your thoughts about this series, Tyler? What do you think?
it's Nashville's. Nashville's to lose.
Wow, they totally redid their website.
Um,
I'm not going to.
I think maybe St. Louis gets another game in, but I don't see it going past 6 games. Definitely not.
Excuse me. I think Nashville wins their second at home tonight.
Close out on the road.
Close out on the road.
Who doesn't want to root for Nashville?
Actually, no. Well, I don't think they'll. Ideally, I would love to see them win the next 2 and close out the series. I'm rooting for them. That's who I'm rooting for.
Yeah,
The rest of the playoffs.
Well, no, I like the Ducks a little better, but
Here's their depth chart. Yossi Ellis, Ekholm Subban, Matt Irwin, and Yannick Weber. And Yannick Weber's been very good too, but I don't know much about Matt Irwin.
I just want to see him close the series out at home. I think that place would be rocking.
oh yeah, it's always rocking there.
Game 6 more than it would be for them to get to go to the conference finals. They haven't gotten past the semis. I don't think in franchise history. So
That place is unreal too. To be in maybe we're just Northerners, but what I consider the South. I mean, Nashville is the South.
It is South.
And you've got that kind of hockey backing. That's
cheap
sick.
tickets.
Like that's
Very cheap tickets. That's
I did see the get-in price was some of them were under $50 for that last game.
yeah.
what
Yeah.
for playoffs?
Yeah,
Playoffs.
for the
Jesus
Nashville St. Louis
Christ.
game. Yeah, but
Like regular season's like 14.
even
bucks.
still, I mean, those fans show up and they're screaming,
Yeah.
yelling, like I haven't seen a Sabres game like that in a minute. It's usually pretty quiet towards the end of the season at the Sabres rink lately. But
Well, Nashville's been good.
Nashville's been great. That's what happens
People are
when you
starting
got.
to like hockey, guys.
That's what happens when you got a great decor and deep forward scoring. You know, like just spread the wealth out and everyone's scoring.
it's just cool to see that down south. That's all, you know?
Yeah.
So
Go hockey.
Grow the game.
Go hockey.
Maybe it'll happen in Phoenix.
Way to go,
Florida.
Gary.
Now just get out of Phoenix and Florida.
Yeah.
Not working there, bud.
All right, let's close out this mid-semi-final recap with Edmonton
With
and
the best
Anaheim.
series.
Yeah,
Again,
This is my favorite series
Yeah.
to watch.
yeah, no question.
Even though I love watching Pittsburgh, this is my favorite series to watch. Anaheim Edmonton.
it's been good.
I agree.
And Edmonton's playing fantastic. Other than the past game.
Which they almost
Or-
came back.
Yeah, but Talbot had like 6 goals. And I think it was 21 shots or something.
Yeah.
I think the 6 was an empty netter,
Six.
wasn't it?
I didn't think
Oh,
so.
wow.
I thought it was
Never
6
mind.
goals again. I
Yeah.
thought that was a stat I saw.
I think I read the box
But-
score wrong then.
Yeah.
But
But I
Edmonton-
kind of humanized him a little bit because he's been fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Edmonton keeps blowing me away too because, I mean, like you look at the first 2 games that they won, and McDavid's still getting he's still being held in check. Like Kessler is being a friggin' boss.
Yeah.
Ironically,
The whole line.
the
Yeah.
game that he scores, they get beat up pretty well.
Yeah,
that was
right?
a sweet
Like-
goal.
Yeah. But it's surprising the hell out of me that Edmonton's doing it without the crazy production that they got from McDavid in the regular season.
Yeah.
It's stunning. Like,
Yeah. I mean, Draisaitl's been good. They're talking about moving him back on a line with McDavid just to help McDavid out. To help him.
That's funny.
who's
Get
McDavid
the-
been playing with?
I think it's Alvarez and Lucic.
In Luch, yep.
Which, I mean, they're quality players, but Draisaitl's easily their second best forward.
Who do you think's taking this game 4?
Edmonton,
At Edmonton.
I think Edmonton takes it.
Really? They're going up 3-1?
I think they're going up
so, too.
3-1, but I think Anaheim gets the next one.
I want Anaheim, but I'm taking Anaheim just because I want Anaheim to win.
I want Anaheim to
I'm
win,
very
too.
biased, so I want this series to go 7 because I just want to
It'll
watch
be
as
good.
much of this as possible.
I really would. So that's a recap right there. All right? Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sure is.
All right. Moving on to the big news.
The big news. Oh my God.
Juxie was...
The extremely
been
mediocre
livid.
news for us.
I was excited.
Were you?
I did not see that coming. Once Philly had one...
You
then
missed my
Mc-
reaction
Oh,
in
you
the
were
locker
excited
room.
for the Devils.
I was excited for the whole thing.
Be
because-
excited. Come on, be excited for us.
I was not
Yeah.
excited for the Sabres.
If you guys won,
Well,
I would have
no.
been excited
Yeah.
for you.
But for the event, this is the whole point of the draft lottery, so it reduces the
Tanking.
tanking. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Colorado dropped back. Huge losers. Them in Vancouver
Dude,
getting out.
Poor Colorado.
I
mean,
don't.
No.
25 points below anybody else.
Do
They
better.
were terrible.
Do
yeah,
better.
No,
Tank.
agreed. Don't think there should be anything changing. That just sucks to be Colorado.
Yep.
So
That's even worse than the Sabres were when they lost.
I'll talk about
Number
this
1.
at a second point. Maybe we could talk about it for our summer content hashtag. Summer content hashtag. How to improve the NHL.
Is anyone writing these down? Because I haven't been. We'll have to re-listen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do it. We can figure it out.
Figured it.
I know I sent you the video. Did you watch? Did
I
you guys watch the
actually did not.
behind the scenes of how they actually did it?
Draft lottery?
Yeah.
No.
So I'll explain how they do it. They have like the classic New York State lottery like ball
Balls,
thing,
yeah.
and they have just 10 balls in there, 1, 2, 3 through 10, and
16. 15.
Playoff teams.
no,
Actually, 16 now.
Non-playoff teams.
No.
Yeah.
10 balls,
Oh.
and then they had a spreadsheet of all these number combinations, and every team had more or less combinations depending on the percentages of them winning the number 1 pick. So then
Oh, yeah.
they collected 4 balls, and whatever the number combination was correlated to a team. So I think the Devils got like 6-4-2-1 or something like that, and Gary was like, "What team is that?" And they had like some company, some third party
Audit
people.
Firm. It's
Yeah.
Ernst & Young.
Ernst & Young, yeah. And the guy was like, "The New Jersey Devils." And Gary's reaction was like,
What?
well then, that is a big jump for New Jersey. But yeah, that's how it worked. And I wish they would have showed that instead of just Bill Daly flipping the cardboard things.
And it's
because then everyone automatically assumes that it's rigged. But then they post a 15-minute video on NHL.com the next day explaining how it's actually done.
And then who
just
really
show that.
watches?
Yeah,
right, exactly. So like the NBA, they've got actually like the big vat of ping pong balls, and it's literally, and one gets sucked up, and they've got like, say it's 1,000 ping pong balls, and they prorate it obviously to the percentages, and whichever one sucks up, and they pull it out, and they're like, oh my god, it's the Brooklyn Nets, or whatever it might be. But it's something visual for the fans to be like, holy shit, that's my team.
Yeah, and it was really funny because they had like. The way Gary did it, it was super sketchy. It was like in the basement somewhere of something. They had like four
Little Caesar's Palace or
four TVs on the wall, and he's like to the cameraman, "I'd like you to pan around to see numerous media personnel, players, or people from teams and other."
It's not just me sitting in a basement.
And it's literally like it goes. It's like two weirdo looking people, like a 10-year-old, a 14-year-old, and then like just people that looked like they didn't want to be there. And he's like, "We have to take your cell phones because you can't videotape or tweet any of this." And you'll have to wait here until we're done televising this. So I think they literally did it, and then they just like called upstairs to the studio where Bill Daly and all the GMs were.
So it's all the owners sending like these Make-A-Wish. Yeah, just
what?
Never mind.
But either way,
probably gonna be a rude comment.
Either way, we there was 3 big movers. Dallas moved up, Philadelphia moved up huge, and the Devils moved up 4 or 5 spots. They were looking to go 5th or 6th, depending on who won, who moved back.
What did Philly go from? They went from
they moved up 11 spots.
13? I was gonna say 10. 13.
I think they're 13.
Holy
they were
crap.
on that playoff bubble.
Yeah,
which is huge for them to get another close playoff team, young defenseman that they just need a goalie. You got Drew, Voracek, Shinna, and that.
Yeah, they're one of those teams I look at, and I still am confused why they're that bad.
Well, they weren't that bad.
They have a lot of good young defensemen coming up. A lot of good young defensemen.
It was like a few years ago when Boston had that 2nd overall pick. They were in the playoffs because of that Phil Kessel trade. That 2nd overall pick to get Sagan, too.
Yep.
So they kind of messed up.
What'd you do with it, Boston?
Trade him away.
Way to go.
But for this draft, outside of like the top 2 picks, there really isn't that much chatter. Even though they're saying it's like decent depth. I've been listening to a lot of Craig Button and Bob McKenzie.
No
I would have said
dynamic.
Because you throw that young defenseman in there too.
And
what is his name?
If you think about it, we've just been spoiled with riches these past few years with
franchise players.
Austin Matthews, Connor McDavid, Jack Eichel. Before that,
Line-A, all those. I mean, you can't compare to these recent years, but
they've
been saying this for years that this one's gonna fall off a little. It's not that high end talent that you've been seeing.
No, it always happens draft years. You get a few good years of solid prospects, and then you get little off years.
They're not only because of the double ends, but they're comparing this to like the Taylor Hall, Tyler Sagan drafts, in which they're both elite level hockey players. The Nolan and Nico versus Taylor and Tyler. So.
Really, I haven't actually heard that. Interesting. Because you'd be stoked with any player of that caliber on your team.
Philly would be happy whoever.
Yeah, it's not like that's a loss by any means. And NHL's hit rates on drafting on the higher end talent is a lot better than basketball, football, any of those other sports for whatever reason.
As a Devils fan, I'm sort of torn because Nolan Patrick is an elite talent. But
he's a monster too.
He is injury riddled.
Yeah.
He barely was healthy at all last year, the past 18 months really. But 2 seasons ago when John Quenneville on the Devils was on the same junior team as him, the Brandon Wheat Kings.
Yeah.
I think Nolan Patrick had the most points that season as an underage player. And John Quenneville is very much saying we should draft this kid. He's going to be really good.
Yeah.
But if it's like the thing
shoulder injury.
Do you draft a player that is more inept to getting injuries but is better, or someone who's not as decent but will be able to play 82 games?
I think the big difference is Nico is more of a more dynamic player. But I mean, what are they saying here? He's Patrick's got a 2.2 goals per game.
His release is sickening.
And he's big. He's huge. He's six. This has him listed at 6'3", 200.
He had the
that's that
MVP of the
prototypical
playoffs
center.
as a 17-year-old last year, the WHL playoffs. I mean, he's going to be a good all-around player.
This is just a funny note. So the year before he went to the WHL, in his AAA league, he had 75 points in 19 games.
So at the 24-second mark, while we're still talking here,
Yeah.
look at this one shot that he takes in like 12 seconds. But I don't want to stop talking for the sake of dead sound. Physically he's NHL ready,
Yep.
which I'm happy about, and we need.
Yeah, he
6
looks more like
foot,
he looks more like
right here. Look at this.
he looks
Boom.
more like a
Chad.
Jeez. He looks more like a Draisaitl or something. I mean, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
And he's only gonna fill out more.
He's not your Sam Reinhart.
Trying to find out who they are comparing him to.
If he's 6'2", 198 right now as an
Nolan
18-year-old,
Patrick?
yeah.
This has him listed at 6'3", 200.
Oh, really?
This one.
I was just creeping at his.
Yeah,
okay.
this
It
is
says
my
6'2",
NHL one.
198. But that's like Dustin Brown in like 5 or 6 years as a center.
What's Getzlaff like?
Getzlaff he's like 6'4", I think. Dustin Brown is like 6'2", 225.
Yeah.
6'4".
The scouts are pretty split. I think it goes for the TSN. It's 12-11 in favor of Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
But of those 11 picks they picked Nico, or 10 of them picked Nico for second. So
Okay.
I mean, they're both centers, right? So
Well, yeah.
they're just a little different flavor.
yeah,
What would the Devils need
yeah.
more?
That was
We need
the
centers.
question. Well, yeah.
Well, they're both centers though.
But
So,
do you need
Oh.
a more dynamic player?
or a
Play
bigger
with
boy
like
to-
Hall.
Well, what do
Or
you
give the-
what?
I would think you would want a more skilled, right? The Nico side more so.
If Nico is dynamic, what is Nolan? Because dynamic to me is just an overall greatness. I don't
Like,
really know how.
dynamic's more of a. I mean, it doesn't say like he's bad defensively, but more of a, I guess, offensively skilled. Like I mean, would be a good comparison.
I just
I
want
want
to
to find where they had comparisons for him.
because I think of the
Can't do it.
bigger center.
People say like he models his game off Anze Kopitar.
Nico?
No, Nolan.
Well, all right, yeah. so
that seems
good
like a.
two-way.
Just not this season.
It's not that
Yeah.
well, right? But it's not that crazy high end where you're putting up, 100 points kind of thing. But
You get that 60 to 80 point range.
I'll take it.
Kopitar's been a solid two-way center his whole freaking career. I mean,
Not
and
to-
that's like the
Yeah.
definition of a two-way center too.
Yeah.
Like that's,
Here's what I was listening to the Devil's Daily podcast. They say if you're Ray Shiro, you get a call from Joe Sakic saying, "Hey Ray, it's Burnaby Joe. We'll give you Matt Duchene, or like not McKinnon. They're not going to trade McKinnon.
No.
Landeskog,
Either him or Landy.
Landeskog or McKinnon or Duchene. Sorry,
Obviously, they go to Shane.
in our fourth overall for the first.
in a heartbeat.
Yeah. But no, New Jersey's
They
going to have to
wouldn't
give
do
something
that.
back.
Yeah,
though.
they wouldn't. Colorado.
Maybe
wouldn't
like
do that.
2 of our seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I think we have 2 or 3 second. We have
I would
we have
think they want
11
one of
picks
their
this
young-
draft, so
You know what Duchesne would do for the Devils? Like that would be a. Yeah,
we'll see.
I mean,
I would if I was
Both
the Devils.
both
I
the,
would,
both the guys on the Devil's Daily podcast were like, nah,
really
refuse to. Didn't even bat an
for an
eye.
established center.
and to
I mean,
move down 3 spots.
The caller on the podcast was like, he was a really really like New Jersey accent. He's like, I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
No pun intended.
You get that's great. You get a guy who's like 22, 23 years old. He was talking about McKinnon. I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
No, I think McKinnon.
Who's already established, who's lights out, and you just flip flop 3 spots. Then they're saying the 3rd or 4th overall pick is like a defenseman. You get that, you get McKinnon, and then boom, you sign Shattenkirk. We're right back in it.
because they do need another defenseman.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I definitely see the offseason the
I'm stunned
Devils
they would have
breaking
turned
out
that
the
down,
bank.
because that.
I think we're gonna go after Shattenkirk, or I think we need more of a defenseman of like Alzner.
defensive defenseman.
Yes. I don't need flashy defensemen.
Shattenkirk's not really that. I wouldn't even say
points
he's
wise are pretty flashy
offensive.
though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but to me he's more of a two-way.
Yeah.
He's a two-way defenseman to me.
See, to me, forwards play forward, defense play D.
Except for Carlson.
Yeah. But he played D this year. Carlson's a better defenseman than Brent Burns is. Box more shots.
Hashtag off-season content.
Yeah, disagree, but that doesn't matter.
But anyway,
Totally irrelevant. Doesn't matter.
For
completely
podcast time here.
So,
doesn't matter.
regardless, I think
Devils take that if that ever came on your freaking table. Take it.
I would.
we haven't had the first overall pick since 1979, which is when I think the Devils came into the league.
Yeah. Did you
Or-
have
I have
the
no
first
idea.
overall pick then?
We've never had the first overall pick
Oh, yeah.
since
When's the
1979.
last time Sabres had it?
It'd been Pierre Turgeon.
Or Turgeon. That's what I was thinking of. Late 80s, early 90s.
So I think because we won the lottery, we just got to take our luck here. Take the first pick.
Unless someone overpays like that.
Drastically.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
definitely
But we need
listening.
elite level
Players.
Yeah.
centers,
Yeah, you
forward
don't need-
talent.
You don't no.
Our
That's not gonna
Ray
go.
Shero has been saying like it's easier to build your defense through free agency and through trades.
Yeah, because
You need forward depth through the draft.
Although, so they do take longer to mature, but you look at like the free agency market for defensemen now, and there's not that much out there. Past,
But
that
there's some
Shattenkirk,
teams have an abundance of defensemen, i.e.
Canes,
or a la-
and there's, Wild. There's only a few.
Wild,
to
Minnesota,
me, defensemen are
or
in a pretty high demand and low
Anaheim.
supply. But
I think that has to do with like player development and stuff like that. But that's
Yeah.
hashtag summer content.
yeah,
So let's jump ahead or later 7 spots or
well, let's go 4 spots real quick. Poor Vegas Golden Knights, shafted.
they were saying
6th overall.
they were
pick?
saying anyway they're gonna spend a lot in free
yeah,
agency anyway
and all
so.
that.
Yeah.
But like
I think that
6th.
it really
6th?
hurts for Colorado and Vancouver because outside of those top 2, you get outside of those top 2 and like that top 3. I mean, is there that guy there that can really help them out?
Well, yeah, because what's the difference between 4 and 9,
Like
10?
yeah.
Right. It
I
doesn't
mean,
do them much. I feel like Vegas. For some reason I thought going into this Vegas was guaranteed a top 3 pick.
No, they're guaranteed
Top
a top 3 percentage.
Yeah.
Top 3
So top
percentage.
6 pick.
Whoever-
See, that's
They got the same
That
percentage of winning the
sucks.
draft as whoever finished 3rd last.
that
Yeah.
sucks.
So I think they got whatever like Vancouver
No,
Was it-
Coyotes.
Coyotes.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
Wow, Coyotes fell all the way to 7 too.
Mm-hmm.
Eesh. But right after them,
It was Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Hey, Beth. For their pick, obviously they need defensemen, and depending on how the first 7 picks go before them, they have to take the best player available.
That's all you can do really at that spot.
Yeah, at that spot you have to take the best player available.
What do you guys need more of then?
Defenseman,
Defense, yeah,
obviously.
for sure. I'd be
But-
stunned. I'd be stunned if Liljegren's on the board if we didn't take him. I would be
Yeah.
absolutely stunned, regardless of the year he's had this year and the injuries and all
Yeah.
that. I would be absolutely friggin' stunned.
Nice
if we
Swedish defenseman. You go with their nice Finnish.
finish, but he's a puck moving offensive defenseman. I mean, and granted, I was watching his highlights, but like, man, he looks good.
Yeah.
He looks freaking good. And coming into this year, he was the number, not consensus obviously, but he was like a top 3 pick.
Mhm.
I mean,
Before
he was
his
slated to
injuries
be a
and
top
stuff.
3 pick right before this year.
Another
And-
good offense defenseman, Cal Marker, playing in the AJ
Yeah.
HL.
And he's slated. So in this one mock I'm
number
looking
9.
at, he's oh really? He's slated to go to Arizona at 7
Yeah.
here, but he's
Pretty
right in
soon.
that range too.
He's a good offense defenseman, but
Smaller. He's only this one has him at 5'10", but with all these defensemen, they got to obviously fill out. I mean, these are kids we're talking about, 19, 18, 17-year-old kids. So, God, it
depends on who's there. I mean, the 3 NHL.com mock drafts have Cody Glass, a center.
really, I'd be pretty surprised if we took a
Owen
center.
Tippett, a right winger,
Yeah.
who has 44 goals in 60 games.
That I could see.
Nice, could be power forward, and then
Such a hockey player's name.
Owen Tippett. Owen Tippett.
and then here, Greg, gonna help me out with that one.
Oh yeah, sure. Juuso Valimaki.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
Tri-City W, 17 goals. Or no, that's the Sabres. He had 19 goals in 60 games as a defenseman.
I could see us going D and winger. I'd be completely beside myself if we went center. Given that
Well,
for the next X amount of years, we've got Eichel and O'Reilly on our top two down the middle. Like
Cody
what?
Glass was a center.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't see why unless you could make a transition to winger. I don't see why you'd
Like
take a
Reinhardt.
center. Even though I know I get
best player
best
available.
available. I get that. Oop,
Dude, stop.
it. What? Move it. I just
Yeah.
part of me wants Liljegren because that's the one I know the best too. So like,
Well, who
my-
knows?
that's my
It's
own
always
bias.
a crapshoot
that's my own bias showing
too.
through.
You
Yep.
never know who's gonna actually pan out.
Yep.
As a 18-year-old kid,
Yeah, so
it's hard to judge it.
I think
Hashtag fix any draft. Hashtag
summer content.
summer content.
So I think because we won the lottery, I think that completely changes Ray Shiro's mindset going into this offseason.
Oh yeah.
Why not spend? Why not?
Kovalchuk?
Kovalchuk possibly coming back. At least sign him for trade bait. You know?
Sign and trade.
Yeah, sign and trade is absolutely an option for them.
But even if he stays, that's it's basically like 2 free additions. Obviously not against the cap. But
How old
like
did we say Covey is now?
Kovalchuk's 34.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign him for
I was going to say
2001.
37.
2-year, $5.5 million deal. I am
Yeah.
good with it. I'm good with that so much.
5.5. He's going to bankroll.
And then we go sign a defenseman, a Shankirk or a Carl Alsner.
But why would they want to choose there?
We have 11 picks this draft. Screw anything after your first pick in the second round. Give it all away.
Yeah, move them for
Just go get other
generally speaking,
actual assets that we can play
GM
right now.
GMs overvalue draft picks, so you can
No,
you can absolutely.
You're on a rebuilding team where your team right now needs to take that next step in this next 1 or 2 years. With Schneider getting older, Hall, all of them are coming out of there.
I guess I'd be surprised if a Shattenkirk or Alsner was like, yeah, give me New Jersey.
But what
Okay,
about
so-
give me? Wow.
Isn't that win now?
Wow,
for
yeah,
both of them?
they're giving me $6 million plus. Yeah.
Alsner's
I'm in.
getting that anywhere.
Can
Well,
I-
both of them are getting that anywhere.
Yeah, but how many other teams can actually afford that?
That's true. Too.
Sabres. Probably a good chunk.
So, UFA defensemen sorted by points: Shattenkirk, Markov, Straight, Daly, Hunwick, Franzen, Weidman, Delzato,
but Markov,
Hainsey,
ARP.
Campbell. That pretty much.
So many of them are 35 plus years old.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not.
Yeah.
Alsner doesn't
Delzato's 26.
do anything for
No.
Alsner.
Shattenkirk.
Sorting
You know
by
what you're
points.
getting. You know exactly what you're getting with him.
You're getting 30 points this year and a lockdown defender.
Plus
Alsner
20.
had 13 points.
The best stat for a defenseman.
He had 13.
What was his plus minus?
23.
That's the best stat for a defenseman.
Granted, it's also Washington, but I agree. Like, yeah,
It's the best stat for a defenseman.
agreed.
Oh,
I never put up
question.
the points.
Question.
I always pointed a plus
I actually
minus.
thought about this morning. You guys know how
Well, I
plus
saw.
minus is my favorite stat, right?
Once you figured out what it was.
Yes.
I'm never going to let that go.
On an empty net, is that considered 5-on-5 still?
I would think so. I would
Pretty
think that's
sure,
even
yeah.
strength.
Yeah.
Even though it's odd man,
Yes.
technically.
I would think you would. Wow, man, that's a tough one. I would have
I
guessed
think
you
it's
would
still
get the plus for that.
Yeah.
Or minus. Vice
Or
versa.
minus, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, it's
I don't
considered...
have evidence to back that up, but that's my assumption.
I think let's save some more draft talk for hashtag summer content. Because we don't really know much about this. We could fool around with the cap-friendly website.
Yeah, obviously after
we'll
the
do
expansion draft and all that other good stuff is going to really affect.
Can't wait for the expansion draft.
So excited.
Because
Too bad they're jamming it into the award ceremony.
That's what they had to do.
Idiots.
Make it an event.
Idiots.
it's about this time,
You're an
guys.
idiot.
Greg just cracked a new one. I'm about to crack a new one. Tyler still is drinking his same one.
Yeah.
Because it is about the time for...
I've been stacking them.
Dun, 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 dun. What are you drinking? So, Tyler, since you've been drinking the same thing this entire time, why don't you...
I suck.
Well, folks, for the people at home, we sort of like got into it last week with the habanero hot take, and then when we stopped recording, shut everything down when we were at Jeremiah's, we came up with the idea of let's get beers and sort of be able to maneuver a point through the type of beer that we're drinking.
Sort of send it?
Yeah, just send it. So, like, for example, we were drinking Habanero Sculpin IPAs from Ballast Point. So we figured it's a spicy beer. Why not have a hot take from it? But we're also like, there's a bunch of different other kinds of beers out there. Why not incorporate different types of beers and sort of think about some content through said beer? So mine, I am drinking... Sorry, Tyler, I'm just rolling. I know I said you could go.
Go ahead. Man.
I am drinking a Lord Hobo.
Do what you gotta do.
Consolation Prize double
Dubbel. Yeah,
double IPA.
Oh no, Doubl. Okay.
Now I got
Times
this. 2. It's not necessarily because of the beer. Well, I love Lord Hobo Brewing. I mean, like the genre of beer.
Boom sauce.
It's a double IPA. I've never had this before.
That's a great sound.
But the consolation prize for having a shitty season is winning the draft lottery for the Devils. So I will drink to that.
That is.
You know what? The last 5 years has been the Sabres' biggest day of the year. So I feel for you.
Tasty.
That is delicious.
Ooh.
Try it, Tyler?
Oh, okay. Don't mind if I do.
Round the horn?
Yeah.
Round the horn? Shove it a bang?
It's pretty smooth. For a double, that's super smooth.
Yeah, I'm not a big IPA, but that's pretty good right there.
Throwing that back in the koozie.
IPA. All right. Well, do you want to expand anymore? But we already kind of talked about the draft lottery.
Yeah, it's just a sweet consolation prize for having a subpar tank at the end of the year.
Do you have a consolation hot take?
No.
Okay.
Now that was my... I saw the name of that, and I'm like, that fits perfectly.
That's a wrap, folks.
I was... Whilst... I love that word. I used it last night on the podcast. Whilst... I was drinking the Extra American Pale Ale. This is handedly the best beer can ever. And this beer is also delicious. This is Extra American Pale Ale from Against the Grain Brewery.
Nice.
Love it.
All right.
Brewer owned. Love to see that.
Brewer owned, yeah.
Love to see that. A little thing called TLC, Tyler. You can't really quantify it, but it shows.
All right, Tyler, what about you?
All right, so I am drinking the Samuel Adams Cold Snap, the winter seasonal from Sam Adams, and so I'm gonna give my
What?
It's killed me.
I said it's May.
You just killed the moment there, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Go on.
I'm gonna give my snap moment from Game 3.
Yeah.
Of Ducks Edmonton. 25 seconds in, Chirk play off the face-off. I don't know if you remember this.
Yes,
Dozier,
oh my god.
Dozier kind of taught this to us at the end of our senior year.
This was fucking
with
sick.
me and Kendrick.
Sick.
Own zone face-off, sprint to the bench. Other guys at the far side of the bench. He gets on, send the guy for a breakaway.
Near, comes out the far.
Defense don't know what's going on. It worked perfectly.
Who gives him the perfect stretch pass?
Gets off.
Getsy. Giddy up.
Just toss the sauce all day.
I did not see that because
I
was in line for a concert.
It was so sick.
I saw a concert Sunday night. I did see the goal. I did not see it live.
Yeah.
And
they didn't know what happened at first, but and then the one called
I think JR broke it down, didn't he?
Yeah, or whoever it was. But he's like, that was a trick play.
Mm-hmm.
He just went, Calgariano went right to the bench. Cal came right out.
It was very nasty. And
I'm sorry.
No, go.
No, go. It's your turn now. I just wanted to get.
I was saying, Anaheim deliberately put two centers out. So I forget who they had taken the draw, but they had Getzlaff lined up in front of the net.
I think.
Kessler.
Yeah.
And they had Getzlaff lined up in front of the net. He goes to the far corner, win the draw back to the defenseman, right to Getzlaff to the far side, stretch pass right to friggin' Raquel coming
almost
off the bench.
as nice of a far ass pass as Carlson's.
Yes. But exactly,
the play was
exactly what Edmonton needed to get back into that series.
Who?
Or I'm sorry, Anaheim. Sorry, guys.
Great play by Randy Carlyle. Though.
Yes. He said oh yeah, it's been done against us, so I figured might as well try it. 25 seconds in, get that goal, get the game on track.
Who's
back in the series now?
Who's the Dallas Mavericks coach? There's another Carlyle. Rick?
Jeff?
What's foosball?
Nah, doesn't matter.
I don't pay attention.
All right, Greg.
Yeah.
Bring us home with yours, and then we'll wrap up.
Which one should I do?
Well, whichever one you feel.
I like the truth one. Did you have something good with that?
Yeah, that lines up better.
Yeah.
So the very first one I had was the truth. It's an Imperial IPA by Flying Dog Brewery. Great brewery. They do the Raging Bitch. They do...
Hey, you don't say that.
I do when it's on the label. They do the Blood Orange Ale, which I've also got here. Great brewery. And, fun fact, they've got Ralph Steadman designs on it. If you've ever seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Ralph Steadman did all the artwork. Fun fact. Do I have the truth moment? No. But I'm going to piggyback off of yours.
Oh.
And
Original.
give love to Ryan Getzlaf because he has the most points per game in the last 3 postseasons combined.
Wow, that's a cool
Ryan Getzlaf.
Really?
More
than Crosby?
More than Crosby.
More than Kane?
With a minimum of 30 games played. Yes.
Kane.
More than Kane. More than all of them. Ryan Getzlaf is literally one of my favorite players, if not my favorite player. Absolutely love him.
Great all-around player.
Just need to bring out the truth.
I hear
the
you.
truth.
Give him some little credit.
Getsy, so underrated. Also, Tim Murray draft pick.
And look at Tim Murray now.
I think that's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
End it, send it.
End it, send it. Let's go get some wings.
I'm not going to get wings again.
You're not getting wings tonight?
I'm not going to get wings.
How dare you?
I don't think I'm gonna because I had Duff's on Sunday.
So?
2 days ago.
So?
We'll see.
It's so hard to go against wings, so...
I know, because you're going to see Bob's wings and you're going to be like,
Yeah.
what did I
Either way,
do?
3 words to end it. Come on, Sens!
Pesky Sens. Pesky Sens.
Come on, Sens!
The pesky Sens are at it again.
All right, folks. Well, hopefully we'll be able to pod next week. Maybe some series will be over by then.
I was going to say, I wonder where the series will be at. We're at game 4 with all the series right now,
Yeah.
just about.
Except for Ottawa.
Yeah, exactly. So
we'll aim for next week.
second round might be over.
Either way, we'll have some fun stories from this weekend from our men's league team.
Yep.
So
hoping the weather gets better.
Yeah.
Right now it's supposed to be shit on us.
Yes.
Tense.
This is my Christmas, guys.
Not
my
tense.
Christmas. I need this. I took off of work. This is my life. I suck.
We live for TOBs, baby.
Life of a men's leaguer.
Someone's
Okay.
gotta do
That's
it.
league hero.
All right. That being said, thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Look for the Ladies Tell All YouTube video to drop later this week. I am doing some Sublime film editing. I'm also learning as I go. Never really film edited that much before up until now, but I'm having fun with it.
One way to find out.
Exactly.
Do it.
I'm going to end it with the clinking of the beer that Tyler is advertising to the camera for Magic Hat.
Support the
Peace
cause.
Peace out, folks.
See ya.